God, I can't believe I'm making this video right now, but I feel like this one is important. Okay, so I had a dream that I was getting married, and I didn't think anything about it enough to record the dream, so I got up and threw in some laundry and made some coffee, and while I was making coffee, I realized this was probably one of the most important dreams to ever post. Okay, so I was I was getting married, and somebody else was taking care of the wedding, so I didn't have to do anything. You know, they were arranging everything, setting it up, and I didn't have to do anything. And then it says day of the wedding. I think it was the wedding. The day of the wedding came. I don't understand the timing here. Seems like it's backwards. Like maybe what happened. Anyway, let me just go ahead and tell the dream. Okay, so the day of the wedding came, and I realized that. See, I thought that whoever was organizing the wedding was going to buy my dress too, and then I realized that that was my responsibility to get the dress, and I didn't have one, and it was the day of the wedding. So I was thinking, I'll have to go to a bridal shop, find a dress, and just get one that fit. You know how you always, when you get a wedding dress, you buy it, and then they take your measurements, alter it, and then you pick it up later. And I didn't have time for that. I had to go to the bridal shop, and I had to find whatever one I could find that fit me. I didn't have a choice what it was going to look like. I just had to get one, take whatever I could get that fit me. And then I told my fiance, my future husband, and he was understanding. But I'm thinking about that. I can't remember what he looked like, but he was so kind and so understanding. And he was like, "That's okay. We'll get this taken care of." And so I remember, like other things happening, like we were in a car or something, and I, you know, out of the corner of my eye, I could see things passing by, like the landscape, and I don't remember what it was, where we were either. But anyway, and then it flashes to the rehearsal. And so, I think, I don't know, like I said, who I was with. It seems like the two people were my bridesmaids. I can't remember who they were. But it seemed like it was somebody that I didn't expect would be there. Like, it wasn't people that I currently am close to. And I think it was even people I didn't expect would even want to come. And, but they were so sweet. They were just, it was unusual, and I was surprised at how helpful they were and how good they were, and how encouraging they were. And anyway, so we're standing there, and I think it was a church. I don't. Anyway, okay. So there were lots of people. Like, you look down the hallway, and okay, so there was there was a wall to this church, or wherever we were, and there were doors. There's a door here, and there was, all the way down. I think there were lots of people. It wasn't just me. It was, more people getting married at the same time, and um, so we were waiting to go in the door, and then the other groups down were waiting to go in the door, and we were doing the rehearsal at the same time, and so the two, my two bridesmaids in front of me, One of them, I'm thinking one of them was black, and one of them, she was she was white, but her hair was different. It wasn't a normal color, and so and it wasn't pink or purple or anything like that either. It was like a weird color, blonde, orangey, but like it was glowing. Um, it seemed like she had one eye that looked off to the side. I might know who this person was. It was somebody I haven't seen in years. It doesn't make sense why she would be, and then I wouldn't even think that she would be, would want to go with, to be in my wedding party, somebody I went to college with. But, okay, brain, get in gear. Okay, so here's what I think is the important part besides not buying my dress. Okay, so we were standing there in a group, and I just got bored, and I wandered off down the hall, and I went to go do something. I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing something, and then I realized, I was like, oh my goodness, I better hurry back, and so I ran back to the group, and the two girls were standing up. The music was playing, and they were getting ready to go in, and they saw me coming down the hall. They were like, "Come on, hurry, 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 coming!" And so I ran down, and I got in line, and they cheered, "Yay!" And then when I got in line, I realized that I was sagging. You know how guys do sometimes, and their pants will be down around their thighs, and they'll have their belts tight, real tight around their legs, and they'll have their underwear showing. Well, that's what was happening with me. And I was trying so hard to pull them up because my butt was showing. And I tried, I couldn't get them to budge. And I was starting to panic because it was getting close to my time to come in. And so I undid the belt, and it had two zippers. It had one, like instead of, one zipper down the center, it had two zippers right next to each other with like one little piece of fabric going at the middle. And so I had to unzip both of those, but they didn't come, they were hanging up, sticking like zippers do sometimes. And it was getting closer and closer to my time. I kept trying to pull the pants up, and they wouldn't come up. Realized they were bunched up around my feet. And so like when you pull a sleeve in and your sleeve is inside out, and you have to, push your arm through to get the sleeve to go through. That's the way my pants were, and I was pulling on them, and that was keeping my pants from coming up, covering my butt. It was exposed. And so I finally got it to budge, and I pulled it up, and I covered myself up, zipped everything up, and it was getting real close for me the time to go in through the door, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, hurry, 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 hurry!" That they're telling me to hurry, hurry, was making me even more nervous, and so I was fumble fingered, and I couldn't get it done. And so anyway, we went through. I finally got my pants up and everything zipped, and I was still trying to do the buckle and of my belt. And while I was going in through the door, I was still buckling my belt. I don't think I ever got them completely buckled, but when we went in through the door, it wasn't like you just go straight down the aisle. It was like an obstacle course. So we went in to a really dark place. And one of my bridesmaids, the one with the glowing hair, whatever, she was like, "Come on, you come this way, you come this way." And it was dark, and there were obstacles in the way, like crates, like big crates poking out, and you had to squeeze through them and kind of curve around. And she was like, "Come on, come on, come on." And she was squeezing in front of me, and she'd squeeze through one, and I'd climb around, and I'd squeeze through another, and I woke up, and woke up while we were climbing through the crates, or and it was it was like backstage somewhere, backstage. So I wish I knew dream interpreters. Gosh, I'd give anything in the world to have somebody to interpret my goofy dreams. But I think Oh, I didn't say, I didn't, when I went and ran to the bathroom, I mean, I went, when I was going around, when I left the party and was going off, whatever, doing something, and when I came back, I pretended like I had to go to the bathroom. That's why I was gone. And they were like, "Oh yeah, glad you made it back," and everything. But it was my excuse, even though I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I was doing something else. So I think it has something to do with the marriage supper of the Lamb. Like maybe it's time for Jesus to come, and maybe I'm distracted. Maybe I'm trying to think how it pertains to me. Maybe I'm distracted. Um, maybe my pants down or down and I'm exposed. 'Cause I know things are so much different. I'm not as close to the Lord as I used to be, because all this crazy stuff has happened. Anyway, I think the Lord is close.